Good? All right. Good evening and welcome to the March Board of Adjustment meeting. My name is Amy Sherping and I am the chair of the Stearns County Board of Adjustment. I call this meeting to order. Please rise if available for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will conduct a call of members. Rob?
Here.
George?
Here.
Jason is gone. Joe is not here. I'm here. John?
Here.
And Dave.
Here.
Please place all electronic devices on silent. All comments and testimony shall be directed to the chair. All persons providing information must state their name and address for the record. The meeting will run as follows. I will read the variance request, which will open the public hearing. While I'm reading your request, the applicant or their representative should come forward and have a seat in front of the board by the microphone. Environmental Staff Service will review the staff report and any correspondence has been received regarding the request. The applicant or representatives will state their name and address, provide any input, corrections, concerns, comments, etc. Board will discuss the request and ask questions of staff or applicants. Upon completion of board questions, I will ask if there is anyone in the audience wishing to speak to this request. If there is, that person should come to the podium, state their name and address for the record, and give their testimony. When all testimony is complete, I will ask board members for a motion to close the public hearing. No further input will be taken once the public hearing is closed unless recognized by the chair or if one of the board members is seeking clarification. The board will review, discuss, and vote on the finding of facts. The findings are a series of questions that the board is required to answer based on Minnesota statute and the requirements of the ordinance. All questions must be answered in the affirmative by the board in order to grant a variance request. And we'll add Joe to the meeting. Agenda item 1, variance request from Kurt and Amy Bertram from section 10.2.11a of the Stearns County Land Use and Zoning Ordinance 439 to construct a 16 by 24 residential accessory structure addition 85 feet from the ordinary high water level, a Cedar Island Lake classified recreational development. Said ordinance requires a 100-foot setback from the ordinary high water level of a lake classified recreational development. Affected property is Lot 6, Block 1 of the Singing Hills, Section 30, Wakefield Township. Which board members visited the site? Rob?
Yes, and I spoke with Kurt.
George?
No.
Joe?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes, and I spoke with Kurt.
John?
Yes.
And I did as well. I'll ask for staff report.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Some background information on this property. The applicants own Lot 6, Block 1 of Singing Hills on Cedar Island Lake in Wakefield Township. The Singing Hills was platted in 1977 after the official controls were adopted. The applicants purchased the property in 2013. The tract contains 34,942 square feet, or 0.8 of an acre in lot area, according to the certificate of survey that was provided with the application. The property is in the R1 zoning district. Some history on the property. In 1977, the existing 24 by 26, 624 square foot residential accessory structure was permitted and constructed on the property. In 1978, a 28 by 38, 1,064 square foot home was permitted and constructed on the property. In 2005, a 12 by 25, 300 square foot deck was allowed by variance, permitted, and constructed on the property. In sometime between 2005 and 2008, a 14.25 by 20.25, 288 square foot residential accessory structure was added to the property by previous owners without a permit. A compliance agreement was submitted for the removal of that structure. In 2021, a 13 by 39, 507 square foot deck was allowed by variance. Along with the deck, a 26 by 34, 884 square foot attached garage addition and 26 by 28, 728 square foot second story addition were permitted and constructed on the property. As part of that variance for the deck, there was a native plant buffer that was required as part of that variance, and that is still in play today on the property. The proposal is to construct a 16 by 24 foot, 384 square foot residential accessory structure addition, 85 feet from the ordinary high water level of Cedar Island Lake. The property is in the Shoreland Overlay District of Cedar Island Lake, classified recreational development. Cedar Island is on the list of impaired waters for nutrients and mercury in fish. The existing impervious lot coverage is 14.5%. The proposed impervious lot coverage will be 15.6, as noted on the certificate of survey. The proposed residential accessory structure addition would be a 15% deviation from the required setback. The subsurface sewage treatment system was permitted and constructed in 2021 and is still within the 5-year time period of that certificate of compliance. An alternative to the request for additional storage area would be to construct a 150 square foot water-oriented accessory structure that meets all the required setbacks. Wakefield Township, Sauk River Chain of Lakes Association, Sauk River Watershed District, Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, and property owners within 500 feet have been notified of this request, and we have not had any other correspondence. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board.
Applicants, at this time, I'll have you state your name, address, and any comments and questions.
Kurt Bertram, 19162, Faywood Court, Richmond, Minnesota, 56368.
Amy Bertram, 19162, Faywood Court, Richmond, Minnesota, 56368.
Board members, any questions for applicants or staff?
I have none.
Question for applicants. You guys can do the water-oriented accessory structure. Why do you feel that you can't do that versus an add-on? What's your thought process with all this?
I think just with what we were looking to do, I mean, for the storage and such, and I know that the permitted shed, or not permitted shed, was a new thing that kind of was thrown, which we would have gotten rid of anyways, just to bring the whole line back from the lake, which is better. So I think that's just kind of what we had fell upon.
Questions for them? Rob? Is there anyone in the public that would like to speak or give testimony? Anyone in the public? Anyone in the public? And then I'm going to ask for a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
John made-
I'll second that.
Second by George. Is there any final discussion? All right. All in favor of closing the hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say aye. Public hearing is closed. We will proceed to the finding of facts. Number 1, the proposed use is allowed in the zoning districts in which the subject property is located, yes or no? George?
Yes, it's an R1 and residential is allowed.
Dave?
Yes, it's in R1 zoning district and residential accessory uses are allowed.
John?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Rob?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 2, the variance will be in harmony with the general purpose and the intent of the official controls, yes or no? Rob?
You come back to me?
George?
I'm going to say yes. They're actually, if they take down that structure, they're improving the situation.
Dave?
I would say yes also. The other thing would be that in leaf-on conditions, it would be not visible from the lake.
John?
I'm a yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Number 3, the variance will be consistent with the comprehensive plan, yes or no? Rob?
I'm kind of torn between two on that one, but I'm going to say yes under Lakeshore Living, the number 8. There's 2 requirements below. The project preserves sight lines and does not negatively impact the view sheds from adjacent property, and the project maintains the neighborhood's residential character,
Okay,
which
Joe.
it will. It'll actually improve the neighborhood look by removing that old shed and matching this one to the garage.
Thank you, Rob. Joe?
Yes. Yes.
I'm also a yes, going under living goals. Number 3, supporting housing options that give people in all stages of life and economic means valuable choices for safe, stable, and affordable homes. John?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes,
George?
Yes.
Okay, number 4, the property owner proposes to use the property in a reasonable manner, yes or no? George?
Yes, having an accessory structure adding to that garage is a reasonable use.
I'm gonna piggyback onto you, George, with storage is nice when you can have it as well. Dave?
yes,
John?
Yes. And I'll also add that it increases the setback, shoreline setback.
Rob?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 5, the plight of the landowners due to circumstances unique to the property not created by the landowner, yes or no? Rob?
I don't know how to answer that other than no, because they're the ones that are building too close to the lake. Granted, it's only 15 feet, but it doesn't meet the setback requirement.
Okay, Joe?
Yes, and my reasoning base is more along with the lake shore piece, having that added on structure rather than the accessory structure that would more than likely end up closer to the lake anyway, makes more sense to me and manages the runoff situation that they have going on there.
I'm also a yes. John?
Yes.
Dave?
yes,
George?
Yes.
All right, number 6, the variance, if granted, maintains the essential character of the locality, yes or no? Dave, we'll start with you on this one.
I believe that the accessory structure won't change the essential character of the locality.
George?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Rob?
It'll improve taking that old shed out, and the way Kurt explained it, they're gonna match the siding and the roof line and everything, so it'll actually make it better looking.
Joe?
Yes, I believe it's gonna create uniformity among the other properties in the area and in the neighborhood.
The need for, number 7, the need for a variance involves more than economic consideration. I'm going to say yes. Economics were not discussed. George?
I'm a yes.
Dave?
Yes,
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Staff report, please.
Madam Chair, all of the questions were answered in a majority yes.
Can I get a motion to grant this variance?
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to grant the variance.
Motion made by Rob. Can I get a second?
I will second that.
Second by George. If you guys have any questions, please direct your attention to environmental staff. Have a good night. All right, we are moving on to agenda item number 2. Applicants, I'll have you come up to the podium. Agenda item number 2, variance request is from Todd Voigt on behalf of James and Patricia Voigt Trust, Section 6.85D of Stearns County Land Use Ordinance Zone 439. Applicant is proposing a new property line located 25 feet from existing feedlot structure. Said ordinance requires a 50-foot setback. Affected property is 83.39A northeast 4, southwest 4, less 4.17 acres, and is, let's see here, Section 29 in Linden Township. Property's address is 21342 County Road 44, Clearwater, Minnesota. We will do a roll call on which board members visited the site. George?
No?
Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. Rob?
Yes.
And Joe?
Yes.
Staff report, please.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. So Todd Voigt is the applicant. He is proposing it on behalf of his mother, Pat Voigt. They are looking to add a new property line by separating out a half of an acre from the existing parcel and then attaching it to Todd's parcel, which is the one directly south. So a little bit of background. The feedlot that's on the parcel was originally registered in 1999. They have maintained their registration continuously to this date. They were originally registered for 30 animal units, and they were most recently registered for 10.5. The current feedlot footprint is only 10 feet from the property line as it exists right now, and it is a legal nonconformity as it was before. It was in place before the feedlot was registered. So cattle water access on the site is only available in one spot. The green cattle lane on the map above will not be permitted feedlot, but they do have access to that cattle water through that lane per Minnesota ordinance or Minnesota Rule 7020. They have access to that water, even if it's not a registered feedlot area. So that will not be feedlot anymore, along with the rest of the yellow hatching on the map. So the requested 25-foot setback to the new property line from the feedlot as it will be unregistered is a 50% deviation from the 50-foot required setback. The reasoning behind this request is that they are looking to do an administrative subdivision to get more acreage, to put up a new shed. You can kind of see there's 3 small sheds in a line there. They're looking to replace the south one, and they want to avoid having to ask for a variance to put that too close to the property line. So they're looking to add more acreage and be able to meet that setback in the future by getting this variance now. So the surrounding parcels are all zoned Ag 40. Environmental Services staff was most recently on site on February 5th, 2026. There are no cattle on site right now. It's primarily used in the summer, I believe. There are 7 feedlots and 105 residences within a 1 mile of this proposed feedlot. Linden Township, the St. Cloud Times, and property owners within 500 feet have been notified of this request. And then Linden Township also did approve the administrative subdivision as well already. That's available right there. I didn't put it in your staff reports packets. I apologize. But that has been approved by the township. And then I did not receive any correspondence in regards to this request.
Thank you, Alicia. All right, applicants, for the record, I'm going to have you state your name and address, please.
Todd Voigt, 21342 County Road 44, Clearwater.
Yep.
I'm Pat Voigt, 21362 County Road 44.
Perfect. Board, any questions for staff or applicants? Todd, I have a question for you. First of all, can you give them a pointer? Because I'd like to see where the well and that is on the property.
Took a picture for you.
You said that was the only source of water, correct?
Correct. Oh, the well, okay. It's right here behind my house. It's right about there. And then there's a water tank that's in the feedlot, yet there's a trough that runs the water to it.
Did you
So
take
It's
that?
my
Yeah.
well right
Oh,
behind the house.
I was looking for it. How come you got that and I
I
don't?
took it when I was on site, so you can see
Yeah.
what he's describing.
Yeah.
I
But
showed it to Bethy, Joe, and Amber, and Alicia where it was. And, so it's right behind my house, right there. And then you can see that existing line right here. Down here is pretty low. It's really low. So what I want to do is put an accessory structure up here closer to the barn. Because once you get up towards the barn, anybody that's been there, you see the grade climbs up. And, so if I put it closer, then it's kind of low, and there's a transformer in front of this old granary. And then if I can move it up here, it separates me from that transformer, so it's not in front, so tight to the building. And there's a nice maple tree right here, about in this area, that I wouldn't have to take down. And, so this building right here is gone. I took that out a while ago. And, so, yeah, what I want to do is put the feedlot line. We're gonna unregister this part. We'll put the feedlot line right here on that red line. And then I was gonna have my new property line would be about 10 feet south. This is oops. This is I call it chicken coop, but it's kind of an old junk shed now. But I wanna put my property line about 11 feet south of that. And then that would be that magic 25 feet from this feedlot line. That's what I have in mind.
you just do beef cattle in the summer and then they're gone in the winter?
Yeah, I do feeders over the summer, 700-pound feeders. Yep, and they usually get about 10, 12. And,
Headaches.
What's that?
I said they're headaches.
Yes, they are, but they're tasty.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions for applicants or staff?
And this is my mom here. She owns all the property around me.
Do you plan on taking out any of the buildings? I mean, the large shed?
When I want to put up my new building, I'll take this granary out, yes.
Okay.
That's an old granary.
But nothing up in the new feedlot area, that feed shed or whatever?
Oh.
Not that, yeah, that one right there.
Well, these all belong to my mom, so
Okay,
I can't
okay.
take those down.
Okay. Were there any alternatives considered in regards to the shed location? Because like you said, when I was there, I could definitely see the grade.
Well, this year, if you come here in the spring, right down here there's a driveway that goes up here, and then mine goes over here. This is always a duck pond in the middle, and this grade is really low right here. And once you get up about to this, once you get up about here, if you've been out there, then the grade really kind of flattens out. It's just a nice location for a building where I wouldn't have to do a lot of grade correction. And it separates me from the transformer, and then there's that nice maple tree that I would be able to keep if I could position that building where I'd like to.
You have tile lines that run on this property?
Are there any power lines? No.
Tile?
Oh, tile? Mm-mm.
No?
No drain tile.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I don't want to say confused here, but the property line, so Todd, I see the black boundary here. That's your parcel, correct?
Yeah, this is my existing right here.
Yeah. Okay. Feedlot is registered not under your name?
It was under
It's,
mine and my husband's.
Is there potential of you buying the whole works down the road?
possibly, yep.
First I tip over, then
No.
they can discuss.
Do we have any more questions? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to testify? Anyone in the audience? Anyone in the audience? All right, can I get a motion to close this hearing? Yep. Why don't you come up here and state your name and address?
Dustin Muller, 21707 County Road 75, Clearwater, Minnesota. So just came in support of moving the property line. Sounds like it's kind of more of a family farmstead. It would kind of make sense is where he's saying the high ground is to actually build the shed. And then just kind of seems like they're keeping all the buildings kind of close together, so same footprint, and they're not really affecting any other agriculture or future like proposed, field or whatnot. So just my 2 cents.
Beautiful. Thanks, Dustin. Anyone else that wishes to? All right. Did you want to come up here? You got something to say? No? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? All right. I will get a motion to close the hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Dave made a motion. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by John. Is there any final discussion? All in favor to close this hearing, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public hearing is now closed. We will proceed to the finding of facts. Number 1, the proposed use is allowed in the zoning district in which the subject property is located, yes or no? I'm a yes, it is the A40. Dave?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yeah.
Joe?
Yes.
Number 2, the variance will be in harmony with the general purpose and the intent of the official controls, yes or no? Okay, Joe, we're gonna start with you on this one. I can circle back.
Yes, I think it does generally. It's just the placement of the closeness to the property line is really just kind of the big guff for me, but it's not a huge deal because, you need to have access to the water. And so I think this does meet all of the requirements for this one.
Rob?
Madam Chair, yes, under the Ag 40 district, basically states that agriculture is the predominant and preferred land use in that zone.
I'm also a yes, and I'd like to use the agriculture use policy number 5, protects that are located in the ag area and are not agriculture, or it should follow the to minimize conflict with adjacent landowners and natural resources, which I believe this will do. So, John?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
All right. Number 4, the property owner proposes to use the property in a reasonable manner, yes or no? George?
Yes. Feedlot operations is a reasonable manner to use.
Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes, I don't consider the use as changing at all.
Rob?
Yes, under agricultural use policies number 2, the importance of animal agriculture to the county.
Joe?
Yes, and I second what everybody's saying here.
And I'm also a yes. Number 5, the plight of the landowners due to circumstances unique to the property that's not created by the landowner, which is yes and no. George?
I'm going to say yes.
Number 3.
I'm going to say yes, that it's unique due to where the transformer is located also as well as the water source, which is very unique to the property. So Dave,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes, and I second the water.
All right, number.
Madam Chair, I think you skipped
Did I?
number 3.
I don't have anything for number.
I said egg.
You went from 2 to 4.
Oh, I'm
On the
sorry.
questions.
Oh, number 3, the variance will be consistent with the comprehensive plan, yes or no? George?
I'm going to say yes under agricultural goals number 3, retain areas with highly valued agricultural land or economically viable animal agriculture operations.
I did egg 5. Okay. Dave,
Yes.
John?
Yes.
I was a yes under egg 5. Rob
I was a yes under Ag 2,
and
animal
Joe?
agriculture.
Now, we are moving on to number 6. The variance, if granted, maintains the essential character of the locality, yes or no? George?
Yes, it's Ag 40, and they're not changing that character.
I'm going to add on to George with a yes. There are also other feedlots located in that area. Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes, same reasoning.
Rob?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes, and same reasoning as stated.
Number 7, the need for the variance involves more than economic consideration, yes or no? I'm a yes. Economics were not discussed. Joe?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Can I get a staff report?
Madam Chair, all of the questions were answered in the majority affirmative.
Can I get a motion to grant?
I'll make a motion to approve.
John made a motion. Can I get a second?
Yeah, I'll second that.
Second by Joe. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say aye. Good luck with everything. Any questions, please direct them to environmental staff.
Thank you.
We didn't.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Either 3 or 4 was skipped. There was only.
No, because I had the yellow one and I had
Not sure, I'm
this
so
one.
sorry.
3
It's
and
okay.
4.
It's okay.
We got her.
All right, we are moving on to agenda item number 3. This is a request from John Anderson on behalf of Noah C. Anderson Revocable Trust, Grant Anderson Revocable Trust, and Isaac Anderson Revocable Trust from Section 6.85D of Stearns County Land Use and Zoning Ordinance 439. Applicant is requesting to build a residential dwelling 295 feet from a feedlot registered for 100 animal units or more. Said ordinance requires a 700-foot residential dwelling setback from a feedlot registered for 100 animal units or more. Affected property is Lot 2, Block 1, Baker West. And this is in Crow Lake Township. Property address, it's Xed out here, is Flowerdale Drive, Belgrade, Minnesota. Which roll members were visiting the site? Joe?
No.
George?
No.
Rob?
Yes.
I'm yes. John?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes, and I spoke with the applicant.
Thank you. Staff report, please.
All right, Madam Chair, members of the board. So John Anderson is requesting to build a house 295 feet from the feedlot to the northeast registered to Norman Rearing. That feedlot is registered for over 100 animal units and requires a 700-foot setback. So some existing background, there is not currently a residence on this parcel and there is not a building entitlement for a residence. However, John has brokered a deal with a nearby neighbor to purchase their building rights. I think that's just the property to the direct west of Leams, right?
Yeah, and it's basically,
Yep.
they're
So,
not asking for anything, they're just,
right, so he has a plan in place to purchase the building rights to put a dwelling on this property. They will also need to apply for a plat still through Stearns County after this variance. If this variance is approved, they would need to apply for a plat still after that. The feedlot to the north rearings is permitted for a maximum of 166.9 animal units, and they were originally registered in 2000, and they have maintained their registration as well. So they are still a registered feedlot. The existing parcel is 58 acres in Section 21 of Crow Lake Township. It's all zoned Ag 40, and it is located within 1 mile of the city of Belgrade. There are 6 other feedlots and 359 residences. Some of those are townhomes, some of them are apartments, mobile home parks, et cetera, within 1 mile of this parcel. There is another feedlot located to the west of this parcel as well. That's also registered for over 100 animal units and would also require a 700-foot setback. That's shown up there. So this location for the request is outside of that setback, but within the one to the north. The proposed residence is located near several small lots with residences to the east that are also in Ag 40 zoning. And the 295-foot setback request is a 58% deviation from the 700-foot setback. The closest residence to the feedlot that is existing is 176 feet away, and that's directly to the east there of the proposed house. Yes, that picture. That would be Schumann's down there.
I'm sorry, Alicia, can you clarify? So where the pink is where the house we want to.
Where the pink right now is, that's the feedlot that we are requesting the setback
And
from.
then where does the house want to get proposed again?
To the left, right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Madam Chair, Alicia was just making the point that there's a home closer.
Yeah, I realize that.
And my other point was that there's another feedlot to the west, but he's trying to stay out of that setback. So it was either encroach on both or encroach on one. He's trying to stay out of the other one.
Can I say something?
I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
Yep. So the recommended course of actions are to grant or deny the request based on the findings of fact, to construct a residential dwelling meeting the 700-foot setback in Stearns County Land Use and Zoning Ordinance 439, or to construct a residential dwelling further than the 295-foot setback, but within the 700-foot setback still. I did not receive any correspondence regarding this request either.
Thank you, Alicia. Applicant, I'll have you state your name and address for the record.
John Anderson, 44281 County Road 19, Belgrade.
And then go ahead with your comment.
First, I'd like to say I appreciate this whole process. My wife and I have been looking to build a different house so our daughter can move into our house. She has a young family and needs the extra space, and it's too big for us. But anyway, we looked at a number of different spots in and around the area, and came up with this one because it just checks more of the boxes. We're closer to town. We're still real close to the farm, only 3/4 mile away. Main thing, we're on the same side of the road. We have 3 young, or not quite 3. Daughter will be having another baby here in the next week, but kids, so they don't have to cross the road to get to grandma's house or whatever. But I really appreciate the protection of the feedlot, because you may or may not know we have a number of feedlots in the western Stearns County, and it's nice to know that we're protecting ag for our county. I certainly appreciate that. Also appreciate a little bit that there's a variance process for situations like I'm running into here, that we can kind of circumvent that if possible. Yeah, Alicia mentioned the different feedlots. The one is a large turkey farm, and the feedlot that we're building next to has a half a dozen beef cows. So there's quite a difference of which feedlot we'd want to build next to. And the other thing that Alicia didn't mention, maybe you will later, is that whole field is irrigated, and the corner where we want to put our house is out of the irrigation circle, so it won't affect our farming at all. And that's the other reason we picked that spot. Plus, it's just, there's already a road there, and we're getting closer to town as we age or whatever. So, otherwise, thank you for your time.
I have a question for staff. Granted, there's no building credit that has been purchased yet, so he really can't build anything until that gets done. So this may not even happen unless that happens, correct?
Correct. He would still have to buy that building entitlement from the neighbors or acquire it somehow. And then apply for the plat through Stearns County.
So why do they have to get a variance before this can happen if it may not even happen if they don't have the building credit? Just out of curiosity, the process on that.
Oh, well, Madam Chair, the plat would not be approved without a building credit or the ability to have a buildable area. It needs to have a residential buildable area to be approved.
Madam Chair, I have a question for staff. How will that affect the feedlot to the north?
In
Future
terms-
expansion, will they be allowed?
They already cannot expand closer to that house to the east. That's already 167 feet. 176 feet. So they already cannot further encroach than that 176 feet to the house to the east of where John is proposing his house. So they're already restricted in terms of expansion.
I have a question for staff. I know you stated it's within 1 mile of the city limits of Belgrade. Where, I mean, it sure has on the site visit the appearance that you're in city limits right there already. Where, can you tell me, okay, is that where city limits ends?
So the city limits are the yellow on this map.
I don't see any
It's
yellow.
almost right across the road. It's a hard difference to see there.
Oh, okay, I got it.
I got a pointer. I can do it if you want me to.
Yeah.
So this line right here.
And the feedlot is right there, right?
Right here.
Yeah.
I don't believe, I heard you mumble a little bit about the orderly annexation. I don't think there's an orderly annexation for the city of Belgrade as of now.
Question for staff, is there any, because there's no orderly annexation, it's still ag, is there any, I mean, I work in real estate title, so what I see is a lot of recorded memorandum stating, you know, this is an ag area, you know, you're gonna deal with poopy smells. Is this something that, you know, this section would have recorded or be a part of this process? Because at all?
I'm not understanding your
Like,
question.
just to what, like, would you have part of this variance require something to be recorded other than just the variance approval that's saying this is an ag area? To prevent any, you know, any effect onto the feedlot that's existing there, just out of question.
I'm sorry, I still
yeah.
don't understand
I
the
think-
question.
I think that's addressed in the zoning ordinance, that when you live in an ag district, sight,
Yeah,
smells, and
yeah.
sounds of agriculture are to be expected.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah, yeah,
referring
exactly.
to?
Okay, thank
yeah.
you. There's nothing going to be recorded on the
Yeah,
variance
okay,
or the deed
okay.
itself, but it's within the living standards of the county that ag districts are known to be a rural area.
Okay.
I hope that,
Yeah, it does.
okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions for staff or applicant? Is anyone in the public want to testify? Anyone in the public that wants to testify? Anyone in the public that wants to testify? All right, then I'm going to ask for a motion to close this hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
John made a motion. Can I get a second?
Next second.
Second made by Joe. Do we need any final discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say aye. Public hearing is now closed. We'll proceed to the finding of facts. Number one, the proposed use is allowed in the zoning district in which the subject property is located, yes or no? I am a yes, it's zoned Ag 40. John,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Number 2, the variance will be in harmony with the general purpose and the intent of the official controls of any related ordinances. Yes or no? Rob?
Well, in a roundabout way, it will be by keeping that farm in the family. Allowing that variance to build there will promote the family farm. So I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Joe?
Yes, it continues to allow the farm operations to happen, so it's minimizing any impact on the actual zoning property.
John?
I'm going to say yes. It allows for, I guess, residential development while respecting the adjacent feedlot.
Dave?
Yes.
George?
I'm going to say no. It's a very big deviation from 700 feet.
I'm also a no. It will not be in harmony. There are setbacks for reasons. Number 3, the variance will be consistent with the comprehensive plan, yes or no? George?
I'm going to say yes under agricultural use, number 2, emphasize the importance of animal agriculture in the county.
Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes, under agricultural use policies number 6. Rural housing related to the operation, and basically that is what it'll be by bringing his son's family into the farm.
Joe?
Yes, and I'm going to quote him by saying 6, allowing the operator to live on site.
And I'm also a yes. Number 4, the property owner proposes to use the property in a reasonable manner, yes or no? Joe?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
I would say yes, that it's reasonable to want a new home so your family can move into the other place. John?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Number 5, the plight of the landowner is due to circumstances unique to the property, not created by the landowner, yes or no? George?
I'm going to say no because I think there may be other locations they could have used, but because of certain things they wanted, they picked this location.
Dave?
Can I think about it for a bit?
Yep. John?
I'm a yes. I'm going to say the uniqueness of, I don't know, the city limits and the existing residential structures in proximity to the feedlot, I think makes this a reasonable request.
Rob?
I'm going to say yes. They really have no control over those feedlots. That's not the owner's problem. Those existed already, so.
Joe?
I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to second the piece about how they are close to the city limits. There's a lacking orderly annexation, and they're going to place the home in consideration of the operations of the farm. When you also look at how close they are to the city, like it doesn't make a better location is just going to be slapped in the middle of an open field, and that doesn't seem to me to meet orderly development of the city as it moves out that way. So, I mean, it's kind of a balance of both, and that's why I say yes.
I'm going to piggyback onto Joe here a little bit with the yes. So he did show us the irrigation part, how he stays out of the production of crop. So, Dave?
Yes, and that was what I was going to say about the irrigation.
I also would like to note on record that there is another house out there that is closer to a feedlot. Number 6, the variance, if granted, maintains the essential character of the locality, yes or no? I'm going to say yes, there are similar structures and there are other feedlots in this area. George?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Dave? Or Joe?
Yes, and I'm gonna say that they're kind of doing two things at once, hitting two birds with one stone, because you're trying to be consistent with the neighborhood and how that is developed next door, as well as trying to be respectful and consistent of the farming operation that's still there. So that's why I want to emphasize the yes on this.
Number 7, the need for the variance involves more than economic consideration, yes or no? I'm a yes. Economics were not discussed. George?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Staff, can I get a report?
Madam Chair, all questions were answered in the majority affirmative.
Can I get a motion to grant this request?
I'll make a motion to approve the variance request.
Motion made by John. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dave. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Say
Aye.
aye. Any questions you have, please direct towards environmental staff. Good luck with your project.
Thank you.
All right, have a
Thank
good
you for all,
evening.
everything you do too. We certainly appreciate it. So now what's the next step? Get all ID again? Okay.
All right. Yeah, thank you for
Our 4th agenda item tonight is,
Sure, I got a phone call 7:30, but I have no time.
we'll make this quick. Are there any amendments or corrections to the minutes from the previous meeting? And then I'm going to ask for a motion to approve.
I'll move to approve the January 8th meeting minutes.
You, George, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Rob. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll move to adjourn.
George made a motion to adjourn. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Say aye. Our next meeting is scheduled for April 8th of 2026. Thank you, gentlemen.
What's the agenda look like for April? Any idea? Do you have a lot of requests?